Hello, folks. Now then, all the people on the little island who are watching in anticipation of GB meeting long-standing rivals, the Italians, perennial hosts of World Cups and Masters Championships, and always very, very tough competitors, but always very close too. When we played them in Barun the first time, we did really well and held them to 2 goals. That was Ricky Cooper's first outing as keeper for Team GB. That was a great result. I remember I had a bruise on the inside of my thigh. Now that bruise was as dirty and as nasty as a bruise as I've ever had. And that bruise was as a result of the puck reflecting and deflecting off of my other thigh, which had the even bigger bruise that I've ever had in my life. And thank God that it did that and not just a couple of inches higher, which would have left a rather cup-shaped mark all around my groinal area. The Italians are a really tough team. Passionate, as you might expect. Organized. Excellent in passing, but upsettable. They can be niggly, they can be tough. They can be harassing. We've got a big squad. But GB have been playing well and playing themselves into this tournament, so they'll have to be sharp. They'll have to be quick and catch the Italians off guard. So expect GB to come out very brightly first off. And hopefully catch some Italians off guard. Saying that, my divided loyalties will show here. A little bit of neutrality. It's not the BBC exactly, as I'm often reminded. Thank goodness for that. Some of the comments I've been making would have been summary dismissal. But the Italians, perennial competitors, but friends, hosts, and outstanding compatriots and lovers of this sport. It's difficult not to support them as certainly a favorite second or third team here. I'm neutral. Now watch this. This is pretty quick. Oh no. How did that sneak through? Oh, danger. Well, it's going to be a big ask to be able to stay on top of that. That is quick. The stick handling, sharp. GB caught on the hop there. Come on, chaps. You're going to have to switch on smartly now. Don't let them get a bit of a run on you, because they'll do exactly that. If the Canadians are anything to go by, though, getting scored upon early doors with a soft goal can lead to bigger and better things, can lead to a big switch on. So what can these gents do then? Now that they've been caught a little bit on the hop, will they put a little bit of extra gas in the jets? This is the GB line 1 out here now. Harry's just slightly dispossessed. Barigioni, 86. Not being able to pick that puck up now. Harry doing an awful lot of work there on this first line. And GB will be looking to do a quick line change, and now's the time to do it. Everyone's got fresh legs. Italy, quick. They're pacey guys. They will look for opportunities, so we'll get in behind you. Welcome to all the UK fans. Oh, danger. Oh, great save. Keeper did enough to spread himself out and flatten himself down. Good effort. Another Italian on the stretch. Oh, the Italians circling deadly. GB just a little bit stunned. Eyes are wide on the defense in this line too. Oh, great crossing pass to the center. Smartly taken. What can we do? Can we make the most of it? Oh, the centering pass just wasn't snapped upon. A certain Parsons could have struck on that and he would have made the most of it. Great save by Cooper. Italians look very dangerous going forward. GB taking the risk and pushing themselves up. They are an attacking team, GB, and as I've said many times in the matches that we've played so far, they look very bright going forward. They've got a lot of threats in the attacking field. They move the puck really well. On this third line, oh, hang on. Referee might have just caught a chip there. Was it the puck that tipped up? Let's watch the feed, and I can give you some suggestions. Just a little bit of a stick. I think the GB player just swinging around after in the aftermath of the face-off, swinging his puck around. But it's all smiles at Don. It's just an accident. He'll brush that off. A little bit of a hop to reset the computer, and we'll have another go. Will he rest or will be okay? He's had worse. Toughest job in the world being a ref, and it's really, really tough. Not a job that anyone really wants to do, but these chaps here absolutely make it happen for us. So in case I ever disparage them, I apologize now in advance and state categorically for the record that these chaps are heroes, and every bit as much of a hero, and maybe even all the more for being unsung as the players that are out there who put their bodies on the line just as much as the players do, and then open themselves up to nothing but criticism, abuse, opinion, and so on. Tell Brian struggling there a little bit in the back, trying to just close any opportunities that the Italians generate. Looking quite bright here, Gregor Finlow. What can he do? Does the back pass smartly. Oh, brilliant. Gibbons speculatively sent a little floater and made the Italian keeper think. That's good effort. Team GB looking exceptionally good this year. The best team I've seen turn out really solid through three lines. I'm playing a full three lines as well too. Team GB, I've got a lot to be proud of. They've been building solidly. Susie Cleghorn, the GB manager, who took over from me after Prague and the sunny days in the sun in Prague, in the home of Slavia Prague. And her partner, Pixie, who's the player manager in this team, and their good friend Harry have been leading this team from strength to strength, growing it. They hold trials regularly. And have quite rightly done solid by turning up with a vet side as well this year. So GB in full force and in full representation here. Only one goal down, and again, like a little soft goal at the beginning. GB seeming to consolidate a little bit more. Italians wiggling around. Oh, dangerous floating puck in front. Ricky Cooper spotted it, wasn't worried, just trapped it. And the gentlemen's just showing each other a little bit of respect. In front of Ricky Cooper. who's been doing a lot of the keeping for GB in the matches so far. Really keen to make a difference in a match against Italy. When he played in Pinerolo, it was every bit the game changer for us. That's such an outstanding keeper. But he needs this GB defense to step up and protect him well. The Italians can unpick these knots, though. They're good stick handlers. Really tricky. Oh, denied by the post. The Italian did all the work. Tried the backhand as well, too. Still denied. And GB really struggling to clear the decks here. Marcel Malley finally does what the business. Kaj making the right decision for that cheeky little back pass. Kaj really playing up to his potential here. Been doing a good job. Settled. Lost that puck a little bit. It's unlucky. Kosa, can you get back? Really stretching. Oh, another post denial. Ooh, GB taking some shocks, but not getting too flustered by it. Oh dear, the line change just undoing them there a little bit. So O'Brien kind of settling back into a position, watching that stretch player. Ian Parsons watching. He knows not to watch the puck. He knows to watch the man. I was discussing this with him just last night, just about sort of positions. He's drifted and handed off there now. Another player coming off the bench. What's that all about? Careful, that could have been two men off the bench. It was a little shy of a meter, but not much of. GB clear the decks. Dave Wright, who was just sat in front of me earlier on, trying to make himself imposed on the match. Good goal hunter. He'll do very well to stay around that net and poach a little bit of scraps if they come about, rebounds off the keeper, etc., etc. Just keeping this Italian breakout honest. Ooh, nearly got to stick to it. Okay, righty, can you do it? Just didn't quite get the power on that backhand. Still cough it up. Just stay tight there. Luca Varotto pushing the puck around, trying to extract some GB players. GB defending well here, putting some pressure on those pucks. Italians not breaking through, but good passing can undo them. Varotto, number 19. Cycling around. Under a lot of pressure. Let's say nothing of the American forecheck. Let's have a look at the Italian one. USA v Italy is going to be a great match because they both play such similar styles. They're pacey, they're aggressive, they're high forechecking, really good stick handlers. That really will be a matchup of talent. Now can GB go forward with our good man, Monroe Morris. Getting shut down on the side, but still holding the puck. He's getting it loose. Well, he's working hard, stretching. Just couldn't get a little bit of luck there. Gibbons coming back to defend the open player. Italian smart, playing up high. Is that going to be a slash? No, just a fair check. No hands go up. Monroe Morris has got to take the chance. Italians on the hop here, waiting for the penalty, drifting, crossing pass, but there was nobody there. Empty space in front. GB trying to get fresh legs on. Harry ended up back in, crossing pass. Cooper well saved. Oh, another backhand though, it was loose. People didn't pick it up. Harry wasn't watching carefully, and the Italians scoop it and backhand it. Cooper had stood up, expecting everything to be done, and he just got caught on the hop. Watch out, GB. They'll feel harshly done by there. GB were looking very sharp going forward. They defended well. There was no stress there. Lots of pressure from the Italians, but they were picking the pucks. They were one-to-one. They're marking them carefully. The Italians having to swap for the face-off here. Just caught in transition maybe, GB. Just not coming on the ice after fresh legs with all the lights on. Pixie and Gibbons Working in the D. Monroe Morris comes back, see if he can make some space to get a jet on. Drops to Gibbons. Centering pass to Harry. Good to Pixie. Doesn't want to be up there, Pixie. He'll get a nosebleed. Pixie recovering from what was quite a serious addiction to morphine. Funnily enough, though, when he was on the stuff, it was the first time I ever actually understood what he could say. Don't really quite speak his particular brand of Geordie. But it seems that morphine clears his English right up. If anyone's got a little spare, slip him some, won't you? Just to be clear, to all the children watching, I do not approve of drugs. Not at all. Nor do I approve of drinking during commentary. But I gotta do something to hydrate myself. It's been a long day. But a good day, hot day. You join me here in the Palo Hondo Arena in the sweltering heat of an Italian afternoon as you drive home from work if you're in GB, or as if you break for your lunch in the colonies of North America, or as you tuck the kids into bed and are listening to hockey across Europe. We're here in northern Italy for the Federation Internationale de Roller Sports FIRS Masters Inline World Cup as GB and their defense take on an organized, pacey, aggressive, hungry Italy. High forechecking. GB defense holding up. Speculative slap shot from way downtown. Not really coming off, but he's going to pick up his own rebound, number 25. Coolstock not quite pulling it off there. And shouting for some fresh legs. Cadge defending well here. Taking a little bit of physical pressure. The Italians, very much like the Americans, high forechecking, physical play. Like to forecheck. Like to stick handle. Like to shoot. Like to wrist. But Marcel Mallet now on the puck. Likes to get angry, likes to get frustrated. And he's got the capability of hunting out little drippy pucks like that. No issue there. He's got no problem with that. And nor should he. That's very viable. Luca Varotto, just maybe having a little word, just saying, hey, let's watch my keeper, but that's no problem. Dangerous though, Luca. Don't get Mallet riled. You won't like him when he's angry. Face off in the GB end. Be good to win it. Okay, well picked up. Gregory Finlow. Stick handling that out of danger. And into attacking positions. Oh dear, that was an interesting cross pass. Not quite sure where he was thinking of putting that. Well defended though. Team GP content not to put too much pressure on in terms of the forecheck. And the Italy team just settling a little bit, maybe not hunting quite so much for every little thing. Someone will get the wind up them and then do a dangerous pass like that. Oh, great sacrifice. Knew exactly what to do then, didn't he, Mr. Gibbons? And a nice little tip forward, smartly done. Monroe Morris knew what to do. Oh, Gibbons, just the pace of the Italians, you know, their back check is very quick. They're going to have to really get the jets going. Ooh, tipping puck. It's a little loose, though. Got to watch this. They're strong on the puck. Oh, deflections. Tell Brian getting a little bit lucky there. That deflection was just not in the right direction for the Italian attack. Harry looking for a little bit of outlet under a lot of pressure. Tried to give it away. That fell right. Get it over to Pixie. This is the right way to go. Okay. Pixie wants to look for Harry way up high. Found it. Can he get him? Crossing now. This is good attack. Harry can pot these. Does a little deke. Just loses the puck under some pressure. Oh, this is a lucky break. Took the tip. What a goal! Fantastic. Absolutely in the right position. Waited for the poach. Just got a lucky little break. The puck popped loose for him. And Monroe Morris, the Welsh import, just fell to him absolutely brightly and took his chance, saw the gap, and luckily for him didn't put it overhead. He went high. I'm sure I heard a little bit of ring on the post as it went in, so that must have been tickling the crossbar as it went up. And a smart time to call for a timeout. That should inspire the lads a little bit. They're on the scoreboard now. Ricky Cooper going back to the bench during this brief timeout. There's no timeout on the scoreboard, so I'm assuming here that was a referee's timeout. The refs are taking a break, having a drink. It's hot out here, boys and girls. Really hot. David Ninzati just making sure that the refs are okay. Right, 5 minutes left in the first period. Italy 2. First soft goal, second one, dangerously put through. GB 1, Monroe Morris, taking a golden opportunity and striking while the irons were hot. Italy dangerous going forward. They move quick. A little bit of body movement there, probably more of a traffic jam. Two bodies trying to occupy the same space. Dave Wright, not the biggest chap in the world, but very much equal to it. Took that on the chin. Italia moving the puck around steadily. Shape. Bit of a fan shot, that. Italy content to take their time. Okay, maybe keep them honest now, put a little bit of pressure on them. That's definitely the way to play the Italian team. Similarly to Americans, though. GB will benefit from putting some pressure on the Italians, especially deep in their zone. They don't want them to get some space there. Look at this poaching, look at right close to the net. Centering pass, GB defense all bunched up. Catches, he got the legs, come on, push him. Did the right thing. Tried to stretch the Italians, but didn't quite have the push to it. Oh, Cooper, excellent save. Had everything to do there. He was left all on his own. Sorrenti, number 27, came storming in. Whoosh, on the monorail at light speed. And wallop. Laid one on him, but Cooper equal to that task. And again, Ricky Cooper making a game-changing, game-saving save against the Italians. Had a great conversation with Ricky Cooper last night after the gala dinner about how he sees the GB outfit developing and how he contributes to it. He's a prominent polo player for Wales and is often busy and frequently injured quite badly. As GB, little attacking chance there, a little bit cheeky. Good, using the body, GB, getting a little bit physical. That's really impressive. Good, really fair use of the shoulder, playing some good hockey there. That's going to do them really well. And it has done. Italy refreshed some legs. GB refreshed some legs. They've coughed up the puck and they remain in possession. GB holding on. Definitely not hiding in a box, are they? Really great to watch. Oh, very good shot. Pixie just found himself in territory he's not familiar with. Hanging on that back post. Well spotted. Sharp pass. Ah, younger man might have hit it. Maybe he's not had enough of his medication yet. When he's on his meds, he just uses the force. Closes his mind off and lets his instincts. Maybe that would have potted it in. But he was hungry for a goal there. He was doing the right thing. A little whistle off the puck. Can see what's happening. A little referees are consulting. Didn't see quite what happened. It might be a keeper timeout or. I had lunch with Stepan earlier on. He's the referee who got a lick to the chops there. I had lunch with him and I was talking to him about very kindly asking him to make a clear signal so I knew what the call was there, but I'm not sure what that was. Might have been just referee timeout, lost sight of the puck. England taking advantage of this break and coming on strong. Holding on to possession. Maybe not taking their advantage there, coming back a little bit too deep. But wanting to reset, you know, sticking to the plan. I've played this plan before. It involves a little bit better passing than that. But look at this. Rightly forward. Ah! No, not a goal. Did he go in? What's the call? lost control of his direction. He was coming straight at the keeper. Let me just watch on this feed now. Monroe coming in, potted it in, and then got maybe tripped from behind, crashed into the keeper, but the puck went in the hole. It's got to be one because of that hook. Sorry, I'm talking over top of here and just having a chat with my GB colleagues here who are watching with us. There's a conversation here. It's going to be a goal or a penalty shot because of the way that the player was interfered with. It's got to be a penalty shot, surely. If it's not a goal, it must be the penalty shot because the player was interfered with on a goal scoring chance, lost his footing and ran into the keeper. The puck went into the back of the net. So what's the call? Just so you guys know, Facebook is erupting. I'm getting messages left, right, and center just going, that is a goal, that's a goal, that's a goal. If it isn't, it's got to be a penalty shot. Interference. That's, I mean, that looked like interference. So Stepan's just made the interference sign. So if they're calling interference, then is it a penalty shot or a goal? Conversations with the captains occurring now. Not 100% sure where we're going to go with this. Referee's deciding. Stepan, despite a little knock to his chops, thinking clearly. Still rubbing his face there from his earlier chip. The Italians are shaking their head. The Italian captain, not certain about what should happen next. Stepan's clear. Harry and Coolstock, captain and assistant captain, quite rightly, having the conversation with the referees. Stepan still explaining to the Italian. And the confirmation to the box. And I think shock resounds. Shock is reverberating around the rink. No penalty shot, no goal. Nothing. Just a penalty for Piccoli. GB short-handed. Italians not wasting any time to deal with it. Sorry, I misspoke there. Italians short-handed, not wasting any time going for it. I'm just in shock. I don't understand that. That had to be either, if the puck went in the net, it was a goal, or interference that interfered with the goal, which would require a penalty shot. Just the penalty then called. The only explanation I can come up with, perhaps, is that the whistle had gone before the goal went in. The referee had blown the whistle, then the goal went in as... yeah, maybe, I don't know. Well, there is 5 minutes on the penalty clock, so that is at least a game. Someone will sit for 5. interference was the call, but maybe the whistle must have gone. Well, I know what I think should have happened, and I know what did happen. I don't know if those two things match up. The fans seem to think, you know, people who are watching at home and around the UK seem to think, and you know, people here seem to think that the puck went in to the goal before the whistle was blown. So the only way that that conclusion of what had happened there could be as such is that the whistle had blown before the puck had gone in, or they didn't see the puck going in and then had to make the call. I've got a colleague just going down to the penalty box now in front of me just to see what the crack is, just to get a full confirmation, a definitive, as to why the call was made. But the puck went in the net. Bear with me a second, we could have some confirmation in a moment. Okay, some interesting interpretations here. So, the consensus is, so I've got members of the Italian team and the GB team in front of me having a political discussion about it. So the consensus is, generally speaking, and certainly from coming back from the referees, is that because of the proximity to the goal and because of the way that the shot came off, it wasn't actually interfering with the goal itself. And the goal went in after. So in fact, the penalty is, it's a 5 minute. So someone will sit for 5 on behalf of the Italians. I'm right in saying I think that a 5 minute penalty is an automatic game. So that player won't play again for this match, but will not be banned from any further matches later on. For player interference, but the goal does not stand. Well, that's what it is anyway. You're going to agree or disagree. I was just talking a minute ago about the referees and saying that their job is a tough one. The referee that made the call is a gentleman that's well known to the hockey fraternity in the UK, very well known indeed. And certainly at lunchtime when I spoke to him, he made it very clear that his understanding of the rules, even as they're presented here in terms of fares, is very broad. So if he's convinced of his interpretation of that, then I welcome any comments or suggestions from the fans who are watching. Hit me on Facebook, Peter Wirt, W-I-R-T, or come on to my Twitter, Pete Wirt at IonInline, all one word, and let me know what you think that should have been, because it seemed to me like it should have been either a goal or a penalty shot in the sequence of events that I saw. It seems to be a consensus, but the judgment is 5. The Italians won't be particularly happy with that. I mean, they might be lucky with getting away with not having a goal there, but not particularly happy. Some readjustments being made to the clock, and it looks as though they're going to start the second period. 20 minutes are back on the clock. Well, this is a great opportunity for GB. And a settled side. Ooh, taking a zipper of a shot, going straight for the jugular vein there. Italian keeper scooping and possessing. GB have 3 minutes and 38 seconds of a power play to make good the goal that they were seemingly denied just now. And doing everything that they wanted to do against a sharp Italian side. GB really starting to warm up now and looking very, very good. Italy taking possession despite the fact that they're short-handed. GB maybe just backing off them a little bit, nervous. Cooper dealing with the little shots that come in. Now, GB should have a poacher there. They should be staying right high and let the 3-on-3 deal with it if they haven't got possession. So, GB need to dispossess. This happened to them before in matches where they weren't going and chasing. Come on, Harry, go and get that puck. You haven't got time to waste. Come on, GB, go and fetch. Come on, one guy, get the guns going. Got to get that, come on. Don't let their pace move you around. The Italians, well, I mean, this is very professional. They know exactly what to do. Stick handle until the time runs out. If they can do it, if GB are going to let them. Well, you got an extra man here, guys. Who's got fresh legs? Who's got the quickness? Okay, Pixie having a go. Danger. Oh, just got to stick out enough to stop that from getting into a risky situation. GB still can't get possession of this puck. They're on the power play here. This is what happens when you come against guys. Okay, now there's a little bit of a lucky break. What can he do? Oh, he took his time on the backhand. Roberto Goldstock took his time, didn't take the first opportunity, waited for the backhand, and found the gap, committed the keeper, did it right. His deep poke check, chasing it up, did everything he needed to do to cough the puck loose, and then he went forward. Well done, Roberto. Wow, very good, GB. Well, tell you what, is it too early to start talking about scalps? Harry firing off a zinger, and the keeper settling it comfortably into his glove there. 1:41 left. Piccoli sitting in the box watching. Wondering why the score hasn't quite changed yet. Oh, loose puck in front. Oh, there it is. It is Italy 2, GB 2. This is a tie game versus Italy. Tremendous, boys. Oh, slap shot from Pixie. Almost found a gap. Keeper had to shut the door with his mattresses. A little bit of referee interference there, maybe playing into our favor. Gregor Finlow hunting around. The fans in the stadium are calling for a forecheck. They need to know that someone on GB is hungrier than the Italians are. Go and get them. 41 seconds left in their man advantage. They've managed to equalize. They still get the bonus because it was a long penalty. So what are they going to do? Pixie now taking it on. Just stretched Marcel Malley a little bit too far, but he's got the stick. Oh, slithering pass. Oh, righty. That would have been the goal of a lifetime. Sterling effort, righty. Sterling effort. Right position, right time. Next one's yours. GB have got a forecheck now and take their chances. 19 seconds left. They don't have much time to make good on this man advantage. So O'Brien can't shoot. Little wrister. Bounced out of the glove of the keeper. Oh, and Italy about to go back to 4. Here they come. And now GB have got to be sharp, not to get caught on the hop here. Stick handling through, dropping the puck, trying to find the gap. Cooper collected. I'm not sure what part of his body he did. Between the mattresses. That's a great clearing pass. Monroe Morris did well to take it, magnetized. Oh, dear me, where was the cross? Just a little bit sloppy. Pixie up for that though, went to collect it. What are we going to do to consolidate? Gibbons there. Harry's on it. Try to find Pixie lurking around in front of the crease. Gibbons circling. Got some space to move forward. Need someone in that goal position. Not quite there. Harry waiting for a pass. Found it. Newberry just couldn't quite get the correct pass off. Got a goal poacher hanging. GB got to be careful. Can't dispossess. Now they do. There you go. That's made good the mistake. It's absolutely the right thing to do. Newberry still fighting. Stick to stick. Dangerous crossing pass. They split the defense. And just when we thought that GB had got that defensive positioning licked, they just get caught puck watching again and just get a little bit mesmerized by the movement of these fast teams and don't watch that hanging player and interfering with them, taking the pass out of the equation. You were right, Simon Kurz. It was too early. But it's not done yet. 14 minutes still left to play. Italy are now 3, GB 2. That's an outstanding effort. Oh, this is positive. Oh, just one too many passes. Maybe, just maybe. Kaj could have let rip on that one. Malley forechecking. Oh, that's a lucky tip. This could be dangerous. Can Ricky Cooper do it? He cannot. Too much to stretch it. Left Ricky too much to do. Really lucky tip. The puck rolled right to him, settled in front of him. He had the time to turn, stretch with his arms, go around Cooper. Once he'd committed, it was all over. That's a big ask for Coops. And Italy score 2 in reasonably rapid succession. Post denied. Italy 4, GB 2. 13 and a bit minutes left. So there's lots of time. Can GB consolidate? Ooh, good crossing pass to Dave Wright. Ooh, dangerous clearance. That's going to set the pace running. Slap shot from the Italians. Cooper wasn't sure where it went. It was definitely behind him. This might not be the best of news, but GB Vets are struggling a little bit over in the Murano Arena. USA are doing a solid in Vets as well, and have managed to stretch past double figures all the way up to 11. GB Vets not quite yet ready to score. Oh, a slap shot from Harry, just a little bit too high. We're hoping that this GB team does a little bit better. Stick handling extraordinaire. The Italian pressing forward at pace. Absolute brilliant hands, quickness. Number 33. I don't have an Italian team sheet, so I'll just get the name. Let's have a look. Andrea, David Streaker. Impressive. Superb hands. Not really a lot of answers to that. Tessari maybe playing a little bit negative now. I mean, Italy have got these two different gears. They're clever enough not to take a risk and give the puck up to GB. If they know that GB are not strong on the forecheck, then they might just hang back a little bit. 5-2, Italy GB. Not an accurate description, the scoreline, of the actual run of play. And I suppose that's as common in roller hockey as it is in football or any other sport for that matter, is that the scoreline can maybe just be a little bit deceptive in terms of the way things have gone. GB have been good, strong, consistent. There are some weaknesses, and the Italians have just managed to exploit them. But on strengths, merit for merit, GB look very capable of beating this side if we just plug the holes. Marcel Malley forechecking now. Goalstock, maybe not wanting to commit fully. They'd benefit from it. Italians will cough up the puck. Can we inspire them? Come on, Marcel. Come on, Kaj. He's up high for him. Let's hunt. Not wanting to commit, maybe just a little bit of nerves still. Don't want to get caught behind, thinking it's the greater sin. 10 minutes left, though. Things are not over yet. Bit of a Hail Mary pass rebounding off of the boards. Open spaces. GB have got to be careful when they're changing their lines to not let those Italian long players drift. That's a crossing pass, centering. That wrist shot was absolutely laser beam accurate. How did he find that gap? It was very tight. High, glove corner, just over Ricky's shoulder. That player was left wide open. Ricky just went down on his knees to try and seal the door closed down at the bottom end, and that left the gap. I mean, that was tight. Ricky was still, although down on his knees, still stood straight up. I mean, there was a letterbox over his shoulder, and he posted it. Well, that'll be harsh on the GB team. That'll be disappointed with that because they played so well to start with. They looked every bit the match of Team Italy, but they're just getting caught. Maybe some of the little mistakes, and they're not big ones. They're just little things that just allow the Italians to exploit the cracks. Line changes, shape in the defense, watching that long player. Pace of the Italians telling. Good defense there, GB compressing. No whistle. Now what are we going to do? There is a penalty. GB waiting for the keeper to come out there. Oh, taking an early shot. Maybe could have made the more of that. And that finishes that. And an Italian player getting caught just a little bit off the puck there. Something off the holding. Holding against the captain of the Italian team, who's a little bit concerned as to how that was quite a holding call. Nevertheless, it's not a discussion, it's an instruction. So the team captain for Italy, Tessari, number 32, sits. Will GB forecheck now that they have a man advantage? 8 minutes, 42 left. Not impossible. Said that before once or twice. GB have got to do the forechecking here now. Harry's got to find himself in attacking positions. He's in the right spot there. Who's going to poach the goal? Looking for the tight spot around the net. Gibbons. Point for Parsons. Wrister from Harry. Deflected and goes wide. Still remains in GB possession under pressure. The Italians. GB with the man advantage. Doing a good job here. Bring it in close to the net. Out to Parsons. Slap shot from Gibbs. Deflected by the keeper. Monroe Morris pushed from behind a little bit. A little bit pushed from behind, Monroe Morris. Nothing given there. Gibbs sending it back to point. Parsons in the right place. Monroe Morris on the corner. Skating in, looking for a shot. Slap shot deflected. Keeper did well there. And then unluckily, managed to clear to Rignoni. He's passing, he's clear, short-handed, and went through the 5-hole. So quick on the backhand. Ricky stood up, proud, tried to prevent anything going up over his shoulder. Didn't want to go down. My bad. I didn't see Ricky get that swapped out. So we've got new keeper in. Well, that's a big ask. Dan Morris swapped in for Ricky Cooper. Dan Morris couldn't quite seal that deal. Yeah, impossible to deal with. Great backhand, right through the 5-hole. Italians are deadly strikers when they go forward like that. Can do an individual effort. I'm really interested in this similarity now that I'm beginning to see with the way that the Italian team and the way that the American team work. Very similar patterns of behavior, very similar methodology, good stick handling, really good pace, moving forward, consolidating when necessary. They've got two separate gears. What an interesting matchup that would be, Team Italy versus USA, when it really matters, maybe in the quarters. As it stands right now, Italy 7, GB 2. GB were looking really good. Just a couple of mistakes allowing the Italians to strike, and that might have just hit them a little bit hard. GB still have the man advantage here. Oh, denied by the post. Pixie from downtown. Crossbar still ringing from the shot. GB still in possession, trying to put something together. Can Pixie take another shot from just outside the hash mark? Sends it in, but it gets lost. Not sharp enough on the puck in those consolidating positions. Marcel Malley did really well to pick a puck out of midair and slap it down before the Italians go for the wraparound. Oh, and he still found it. Oh, Dan, just not quick enough with his skate. He did the right thing. He tried to shut the door for the wraparound, but he just couldn't get his skate there in time, and the puck was quick. Helped along by the stick of the Italian. Oh, this is really going to reflect badly, unfortunately, on a GB team that don't deserve this scoreline. Italy, impressive though. Being kept honest early doors, but fully concentrated on exploiting any gaps that appear. And when they do appear, they make them count. And appearing to have a very similar countenance to their USA counterparts. What can GB do? We're back to 4-on-4 now. Italians not wanting to waste too much energy. The temperature in here is not getting any cooler. 8 o'clock in the evening local time. And the heat is no less oppressive. In fact, it's actually coming off all of these concrete structures and fixtures, radiating into this space, making it even warmer, like a pizza oven. And we are the pepperoni. GB still a little bit reticent to go forward and forecheck. I don't think they've got anything to lose now as it stands. You know, go out and enjoy the game, get a little bit of luck, maybe get the Italians to cough up the puck. Be interesting to see what the Italians do when they're under pressure. A stronger forechecking side like Italians versus USA, they're not going to have this time. That could make things very, very different. Similarly, USA, when they're being forechecked strong, they might cough up pucks. So it really depends. What we're seeing here might not be actually how people perform under different types of pressure. That's the joy of watching this level of hockey. Some good pressure there. Hands right up. Good contact. Physical hockey. GB not afraid to get it mixed up. Now there's a forecheck. Monroe Morris really demonstrating the kind of forechecking that he really wants to see and putting his body right on the line there. He's a tough player, this guy, really tough. A great debutant for the GB side, and that's what could happen. Little pucks are coughed up. The Italians just defending in depth. And dangerous now. This could be a run on goal. He managed to turn out the defense. Puck watching instead. And another patient backhand, stretching the keeper to commitment. That's very disappointing. GB will feel hard done by there. But that's the story of this match. It's little mistakes, margins, and they're tiny margins. GB have got so much to be proud of in terms of this match. They're stepped up a notch like I've never seen this team play. But a step isn't enough. It needs to be 2 or 3 or 4. And one of those steps is just a little consolidating of mistakes. But now Marcel Malley, he can get aggressive. He can turn it in. Maybe didn't want to take that chance. Went for the backhand, but it deflected off the keeper's glove. Marcel still got possession, went around and collected his own rebound. Wants to maybe set an example for the rest of the team. Stick handling like crazy, trying to do 1, 2, 3 players. Turning, cycling, a little bit of a deflection. What can Parsons do? That was cheeky. Kaj finds himself up a little bit high. Didn't quite have the legs to get back. Finally, some forechecking. Look at the results. Go on, Marcel. Come on, commit yourself. Just go and get him. Chase him from behind. Do something. There's no point in watching the clock run down. 2 minutes, 21 seconds left in this second period. A scoreline that just doesn't describe to you the way the Team GB have been playing. Italy 9, GB 2. Could have been more had a certain goal been allowed when it should have been, or at the very least a penalty scoring opportunity from a penalty shot. Not to happen. GB given the opportunity to exploit from a man advantage for 5 minutes. Didn't take it. Italians just a bit too good at stick handling individually. Just a little bit too pacey. Marcel Malley just frustrated, spinning his stick, throwing his hands up, wondering what he can do. What does he need to do to take this line, this team, this GB team up to the next level to beat the Italians, which looked doable in the first 10 minutes of this match. Plug the gaps, GB. That's where you got to go. That will make a tremendous difference. And they're little things. They're little niggles that just get exploited by these class teams. Team Italy, though. There you go. Forecheck. Coughing up a puck. That away, righty. That away. Okay, it didn't come off. But at least you're having fun chasing that puck and keeping him honest. Now we've got some legs. Here we go. This is better. But maybe a little bit too little. Maybe a little bit too late for Team GB to find their legs. Speculative slap shot from out wide. Dan manages to use the mattress. Okay, here's a 2-on-1. What do you do, righty? What are you going to do? Takes the slap shot. Worthy. Worthy. Great save by that keeper. Can we cough up a puck again? There we go. A little bit of forechecking. Come on, GB. Here we go. Push it forward now. What are you going to do? Just strongly checked. Tell Brian. Couldn't get some clear air. And in the last 10 seconds, I'd say I've seen the very best of GB yet. Right then and there. And that is all she wrote. Number 40. Team GB just showing his respect to the class of the Italian players as they were running down the clock. Gibbons turning up to be a real pro addition to the GB squad. And recognizing that they need to change up a little bit. 10 steps forward made there, though. Absolutely brilliant. That was a pleasure to watch that GB side play. There was some really good stuff there, really good stuff. And the Italians playing really quick, really strong, dynamic and bright hockey. Wow, this is interesting. That's it for me now. Tonight, I'm going to go and rest my voice. I'm going to take it easy tomorrow. I'm going to put together some good quality stats for you so I can tell you exactly where everyone is in the leagues and start to maybe speculate on who's going to go where and what. So I'll spend some time tonight with a quiet beer, chat with the lads and commiserate with Team GB who did everything they could there. Regioni, number 13, commiserating with Marcel Mallet, just saying, you know, he was doing the right thing on that exceptional forecheck later on. They're brilliant lads, the Italians.